Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, I'm a little later than I wanted to be with recording this video, and I didn't do one yesterday because I didn't do a trade, and I was celebrating my little birthday, and so yay! but um, but I spent today like just going through my charts, refreshing myself, and doing some cleanup, and so I can have a clearer view of what is happening and where's my greatest opportunities as I wait for things to hit to some support levels. So I'm just going to go through Bitcoin, XRP, Arc Block. What is the other one? Arc Block and Orca, and maybe even Swift, the ones that I had talked about before, to see if there are which one has the best opportunities, um, and that is close to a support area. So let's just go over Bitcoin right now. So this pink area is this pink trend line. It's like a parallel trend line. Is the resistance area. So it's pretty much resisted from the 100K price points. And so right now we're in like this middle support area, trend line, and I'm gonna try to see if it's going to come out of here and maybe hit this support area right here, or is it trying to make its way to this blue bottom trend line. So I'm just keeping a check with alerts and letting it do its thing. And typically when I do alerts, I either go to a lower time frame, maybe like 15 minutes up to an hour. Sometimes, yeah, 15 minutes to an hour chart. I'm gonna go to the hourly for Bitcoin, and I think that's good enough. So I would put one above here, above the 50%, just in case it wants to make its way back up for whatever reason, and below this last candle right here. Or you could put it right here above the 78% fib level. So, and I said I would also start showing how I draw my fib levels. And only thing I did for this one, and I'm gonna just, that's all I really use is fib, trend lines, and support and resistance, and patterns. So I'm gonna just hit delete. And basically what I did was take it from so you could do it from here, but I'm gonna just go all the way to the top. So I'm using this peak right here, but you don't have to be on it. You can be a little bit over, so it's not a bunch of lines everywhere. And then come all the way down to this last bottom. All right, and then hit lock. I typically don't want to extend it and just reduce the font size. Right? Okay. So, I think I had, but I'm gonna keep it the way I had it. No, I'm gonna change it. Yes, remove. So I'm gonna go from this bottom to this top, because that was the last resistance area. Okay, and so we are on the 58%. I mean, we're bouncing. I don't know. We might be bouncing off of this. So I would put a alert right below here and right above the 38% to see if it is truly trying to bounce up out of there, or is it going to continue to make its way down? The other thing I would do is do like a little minor parallel trend line. And just might lighten it up a little bit so I can see it. And this is going to kind of help me see if we're breaking out, right? Or trying to break out. But I'm still going to go by it breaking out and find a higher low or double bottom, right? So because it can break out and come down all the way down here. Just because it break out doesn't mean we're good to go as far as buying, because I always buy from a support. So if I'm not in something, I let it break out and then come back down, make a support, and then enter into the trade. So let's look at it from the 4 hour. We'll see. Like, I would just set those alerts, like I said, on the 15-minute and see, is it going to continue coming down? Or is it ready to break out? All right, so let's go to XRP. So I've already kind of did this on XRP. I've drawn out the little fib, and I drew out like this little minor trend line, top and bottom. And if I were to go to the 15-minute, you can probably see it a little bit better, right? So it did kind of come out of here, and so what you're seeing is this parallel lines that I had before it broke out of there. I kept it to see if it's still making its way out of it or what, but it looks like it is. But I'm still gonna leave it just so I can see what's happening. So it came a little bit out of this parallel that we have. Let's go down to 15-minute. So this is why I keep those old trend lines, because I want to see, is it going to kind of hit in this trend line area and then bounce out? Because sometimes that's what it tends to do, is go back up to test that resistance area and then bounce back, or it could come up and back in it. So that's why I want to keep it to see, is it going to do that? So I don't see anything that's saying let's enter. Like, it made a lower low, and a lower low from the previous low, and I see this this trend line that's kind of might be serving as rejection. So I would just put an alert above here, like above that last peak that we had right here. I would put an alert there, and then alert below maybe this second to the current candle, right? We are a little bit under the 50% level as well on the fib, for that minor fib that I just drew. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing until I can see something that looks like a good entry point. All right, so let's go to arc block to the higher time frame. So it's still making its way down. It hit this parallel trend line that I have here in the gray, and it rejected from there. I'm just trying to see. I got an alert right below this candle, right above the 100% level on the fib, and then right above this last peak candle, to see, is it still making its way down, or is it going to try to reverse? I don't see anything that says buy me. So it's not on, it's in this bottom blue area, but it's being rejected in this bottom blue area, which is the bottom trend line for the chart. So it's still not speaking buy or enter this trade. So I want to see it bounce on this, maybe make another higher low off of the 15-minute. Like, no, I would still not do this. Even if it were to go out of here, I still wouldn't enter here because it's just too confusing. It's not on any type of support. It's near a rejection area that just got rejected. So no, I would not enter here. I would let it come down, see if it's going to come on this support level where it hit before and bounce there, or let it come out and then come down and make a higher low. So nothing about this is saying enter into a trade. Now, as far as if it were to bounce off of that 100% level and that support level, then I want to see like what would be like up to the 50% level as far as a, what do you call it? A trade. The percent gain is like about 30, a little over 30-something%. And then to the next rejection area is about 91%. So that's why I'm really keeping close eye on Arc Block. The same thing for, I didn't do this on XRP. So this is the rejection area or the support area. So from here to the 50% is 19%, and to the next level of rejection, which is about here, is 56%. Don't mean that I wouldn't choose the Arc Block over that. I would choose Arc Block over XRP because it might hit faster, and I can maybe even go in that trade and come out and then go to Arc Block, depending on how long Arc Block is taking to hit that support and bounce. So that's why I'm still like looking at that. All right, and then the last one, the next to last one is Orca. So if I go to the higher time frame, like it's trying to make its way back to this support area and want to see what it does on this support area. If it were to bounce on that support area, and the next resistance would be right here, which would be 46%, right? So that's just why I keep that on the chart, so I can flip through them and see, okay, when one hits that, what is my potential gain that I can probably get out of this particular trade? And then I said Swift. Now this one has already made a lot of runs, but when it bounces on a previous support, it still may try to retest a rejection area. And so that's when I'm looking for it to happen. So when I'm waiting for it to potentially see what it's going to do right here off of this rejection area. Is it now going to become a support, or is it just going to keep making its way down to this rejection area? And you see how much of a gain, even from here to here, as 114%, right? If it were to come all the way down to this blue area, make its way to the bottom of that rejection area, is a very good gain. So that's why I'm keeping my eye on that and making alerts for it when it hits to that area. And this is something else I did, and I haven't done it that much, but one of the things you can do is, like, a day that you're not really trading, you're not really doing a whole lot, you got a lot of free time, you can go through different coins that has made significant gains. And one of the easiest ways to do that is, like, go to Coinbase, look for the top performers for that day, and it's going to give you the ones that had the biggest gain and the biggest price drops. Save those charts and then draw out your trend lines, and for the whole chart, like the like how I have here, like how I drew this bottom trend line and this resistance trend line, and then basically set alerts based off of the fib levels for hitting that bottom trend line. And when those alerts goes off, you will be probably in a good position of buying and getting a very good gain immediately, probably in the same day, because everyone is probably waiting for it to hit that support area, and the big money is waiting for it to hit that support area, because that becomes, it's probably going to be like a great demand area. So that's another tip I can give you to really making a lot of money. Because, like, if I had did that and put alerts on Swift, I would have saw that. I would have saw that, hey, we just hit this blue support area, right? I probably need to get in, and then just do a fib as to where it probably could, like, what area it can reach. Well, it already had reached this area before, so that would have been like at least the bare minimum, right? And then I can even do, let me just show what I'm talking about. I'll leave that fib there. Right, so what I would have done, I would have had the alert off of here, and then create a minor let me put this onto the left side so it's not interfering, right? And saw that, okay, 100% is right here, 161, 200, right? And seeing how much of a gain could that be potentially. So for one, the 100% would have been over 100% gain. If it can make here, I'm almost at 300%, and if it can make here, I'm almost at I'm over a 4x. So that is the way how people find and get into those coins that everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? Like, how did it go from there, how do they know to enter right there? It's because either they're screening every day, or they've got alerts set on their charts. They got orders set already based off of those demand areas. That's how. So I hope this helps. This is all I have for today. And thank you guys. And let me know how is it going, or if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks. Bye-bye.